Stretch.
Stretch.
Stretch with me. Hands in the air. Count to 3.
Stretch with me. Hand in the air. Count to 3.
Hold it right there.
Hold it right there.
Stretch up high for us.
Stretch high for a snack in the tree.
Snack in the trees. Stretch out wide.
Stretch wide.
For a ride on the breeze.
For a ride on the breeze.
Can you stretch to the ceiling? Can you
stretch to the ceiling?
stretch to the floor?
Can you stretch to the floor?
You can stretch with a whisper.
You can stretch with a whisper.
Stretch with a roar.
You can stretch with a roar.
I can stretch underwater.
I can stretch underwater.
I can stretch on a wave.
I can stretch on the wave.
I can stretch on a surfboard.
I can stretch on the surfboard.
If I'm very, very brave.
If I'm very, very brave.
Some will stretch to show you feathers.
Some will stretch to show you feathers.
Some will stretch to
show you spots.
spots. A stretch that goes a stretch too far.
A stretch that goes a stretch too far.
Might tie you up in knots.
Might tie you up in knots.
A yawn is just a stretch.
A yawn is just a stretch.
That starts down deep inside. It travels up into your mouth and makes it open wide.
It travels up into your mouth and makes it open wide.
If I were an inchworm, I'd stretch from place to place.
If I were an inchworm, I'd stretch from place to place.
If I were an astronaut, I'd stretch in outer space.
If I were an astronaut, I'd stretch in outer space.
I stretch my lungs to take a breath, then
to let a breath, then bow out nice and slow.
blow out nice and slow. A bubble will stretch and stretch.
And bubble will stretch and stretch.
Until there's no room left.
Until there's no room left to
grow. Pop!
Pop!
If you stretch me.
You stretch me.
And I stretch you.
And I stretch you.
We'll stretch twice as far.
We'll stretch twice as far.
Who knows what
we can do?
The end.